and the total of the social part of that is only 34%. And I think when we're talking about council land, I'm very, very concerned that only 34% of the council land is going to be used for social housing. That when we have more than 6,000 people on the housing list, and then you can add in all the people who are on HAP, who are realistically also on the housing list, but not included in those figures. And I don't see how there's any plan for this council to actually clear that housing list and to actually house people who are on the list and waiting for social housing, because that is not going to be possible. These are the biggest land banks that we have in terms of council ownership, and with only 34% social on that land, we are just not going to be able to house people, and our housing list is just going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and more people are going to become homeless. I think what I learned during the training that I attended with Cllr, which was probably the scariest thing, was that when the time that someone decides to leave is the most dangerous time for them. And then on top of that, we have a housing crisis, which means that it's much more difficult for people to leave than it should be. And that traps predominantly women in that situation. And this is predominantly, I would say, a women's issue, but I would also argue that this is a class issue, because if you have the resources to find somewhere to live, it's much easier than for working class people who don't have those resources. And that's precisely why I want to be on the Housing SPC, and I'm going to argue for this, and that we change our allocation scheme to reflect, hopefully that this motion is passed here today, and that our new allocation scheme reflects what the councillors want to see happen. And I think why this has been ignored for so long is because the political establishment has only been representing one class in our society, and that is the people at the top. And working class people have never been properly represented politically in Ireland, and so these issues have been consistently swept under the carpet